Welcome to Spirit Knocks for Brooklyn Mosaic. As you know, we're doing this episode as a memorial to our graffiti artists. We want to honor them and let them know we remember them. We are moving to Germany. October 31st, 2013, electric shock from an arc, injured, age 21. A person was spraying graffiti on freight carriages when they climbed on top of a carriage, intending to tag a bridge. They were holding a spray can in their right hand, and an electric arc jumped over to the spray can and went through their hand, arm, and chest. It then exited out of their right foot. They lost consciousness and were then lifted up and carried to a street by the people with them. They were in a coma in the hospital for 36 hours and then later put into a medically induced coma for a week. They received burns to over 90% of their body. Half of their burns injuries healed by themselves and half were repaired using 10 skin graft operations that occurred over a period of 3 to 4 months. Oof. When I tell you this individual is tough, I can't even imagine to persevere through something like this. This is a 21-year-old in Germany in 2013. This individual right here, when I tell you the angels and the spirits was holding him, come on now. The fact that he survived that and all of the operations, because I know that was painful. Can you imagine? December 26, 2013, Germany, electric shock, died, age 15. A teenager died when they were in a freight train yard looking for a location to create graffiti when they climbed a ladder attached to the side of a freight train carriage and received an electric shock from an overhead power line. We honor you. 15 years old. March 17, 2014, France, collision with a tunnel, died. 20. A person died when they leaned out of a train window to spray paint graffiti on the outside of a train and collided with the entrance to a tunnel. Age 20. We honor you. We're going from France to Greece. 2014, electric shock, died, age 17. A person died when they were at a train station intended to graffiti trains and they were going across the train tracks when they slipped and fell onto a live third rail and were electrocuted. 2014, Germany. So we're going from Greece to Germany. So, you know, graffiti had international following, international followers and artists. Collision with a train. I'm kind of taken aback by this one, y'all, because they're showing this person is 64. Walter Joseph Fletcher was on train tracks. He was hit by a passing S-Bahn train. The cover of a power cable had newly sprayed graffiti on it, and a spray can was located close to him. Now, y'all know I got to see who Walter is. It's in German, unfortunately. Okay, apparently his name was Oz. Oz was his tag. OZ is all he would put for his tag. I'm going to have to do some more research on this brother. OZ is the tag. I'm surprised by the age. So we know that this was someone who's probably was tagging like all his life, right? Wow. Okay, Oz, I see you. Walter Joseph Fisher was his name. Walter, W-A-L-T-E-R, Joseph, J-O-S-E-F, Fisher, F-I-S-H-E-R. We honor you, and I will be looking you up because you may be one of my teachers now. Oz from Germany. The age for me is like, I don't know, it's making me smile because I'm thinking of how committed this man was to his profession, to his art, to his love, to his hobby, that he was still doing it at age 64. Like, if you're going to go the way you want to go, doing the things you love, right? I respect that. I respect that. So we're going to go from Germany to Australia. 25th of September 2014, Australia. Fall from a moving train, died at 34. A person was killed after they had been riding on the outside of a moving train and attempting to spray graffiti on it when they fell from the train and was killed. We honor you. November 1st, 2014, we're still in Australia. Electric shock, died, age 26. A person died when they were spraying graffiti on train carriages at a train depot, and they climbed onto one of the carriages, raised their hand, and was electrocuted by overhead power lines. Age 26, Australia. Now we're going from Australia to Portugal. So in Portugal, we have collision with the train. This is December 7th of 2015. Died, age 20, age 18, and they have a question mark. So here we go again with 3 people in Portugal. 3 people died when they were attempting to graffiti a train, and a passing train traveling at 120 kilometers per hour collided with them. I'm sorry for the 3 of you. We send our honor and respect. April 2016, Italy, collision with a train, injured, age 21. So we went from Portugal to Italy. A person received a fractured tibia and fibula in their right leg when they collided with the train. They were spraying graffiti on a wall beside the railway tracks. They said the A train has passed. We have seen it. We just had to cross 2 tracks. We haven't heard the other one coming. It was behind us, and it was raining. Wow. You know what? And let me go back, because you know I'm from Brooklyn, and we have an A train, but that's not what this said. It said a train was passing. I said the A train. This is a train, like a single train was passing. So that one passed. They thought they were safe. They didn't know there was a train coming behind them. And this is how this individual was injured, the 21-year-old. So we're going to go from Italy to Germany now, right? And we're at 7 minutes. Collision with the train, died, age 29. A person was spraying graffiti on technical equipment near the train tracks when a freight train passed them, and force from the suction of the freight train threw them against the side of the train, killing them instantly. Okay, I need to repeat that because that wasn't clear to me. A person was spraying graffiti on technical equipment near train tracks. A freight train came by, and the force from the train, it's like a suction, threw them against the side of the train, killing them instantly. Okay, I get it now. That person was age 29. We honor you. We're still in Germany. This one's in Germany as well. And that was in May of 2016. Now we're going to October of 2016 in Germany. Collision with the train, died 2 people. 2 people were hit by a train and killed. A bag with spray utensils and spray paint cans were found nearby. We honor the both of you, 18 and 19. 29th of May, 2017, we're going to go from Germany to Australia. Collision with the train, died at the age of 25. It was speculated that a person was spraying graffiti on a stationary train when they then ran across the tracks and was hit by a train. Spray paint cans were found close to their body, age 25, Australia. Now we're going to Greece, August 30th, 2017, electric shock, died, age 19. A person was at a train station when they rode their bag on a train carriage. And whilst talking on the phone, they tripped over onto a live third rail that electrocuted them. Paramedics took them to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. Okay, a person was at a train station where they wrote their tag on a train carriage. While they was talking on a phone, they tripped onto a live third rail that electrocuted them. Paramedics took them to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. I was in Greece, age 19. We honor you. Age 26, Germany, electric shock, injured. A person was injured in a train marshalling yard. It was speculated that they were in the yard in relation to graffiti. They climbed on top of a stationary train carriage and received an electric shock and were taken to a hospital in critical but stable condition. So this person was injured. We honor you. We're glad that you're alive and able to still, hopefully you are still tagging and in a safe way, right? Because we know people don't go through these lengths that we know of like this anymore, because we're in 2017 now as I'm reading, but we know that we currently are in this realm in 2023. So it would be interesting to see if people are still going through these lengths or if they just taking it to the internet now. They realize they don't have to risk their lives. Maybe they're just tagging in different places, signs and different places. But it'll be interesting to find out and to do research on. So we're going from Germany to France now. And in France, we have an injury, age 21, January 2nd of 2018, electric shock. A person went into a train marshalling yard, and it is speculated that they went there to create graffiti on a freight carriage. They climbed onto a carriage and received an electric shock from the overhead power. A person who was with them contacted emergency services, and he was transported to a hospital that specializes in treating burn patients, where he remains in critical condition. Age 21, it's an injury. We honor you. Age 21 in Portugal, January of 2018, a person died when they were on the roof of a building intending to paint graffiti, and a skylight gave way under the weight and they fell 7 meters. Portugal, we honor you, brother. I'm going to end with that one for this episode. Meet us in the next episode where we continue. We're almost at that 75 number. We want to make sure we honor everyone that has lost their lives related to graffiti. We love you. We look for your work. And I just want to thank you all for joining me on Spirit Knocks for Brooklyn Mosaic. Blessings.